Hey, so I know it's been a long time since I've done a video update. Kind of forgot about the YouTube account, and I I guess I just have been spending a lot of time at home, with the whole quarantine COVID thing, having a toddler, not wanting him to get around those germs. And so we very rarely get out of the house, and it just doesn't really work to record a video. We have a toddler inside. I have I think I have a ring light that has a phone holder thing on it, but it's in the messiest room of the house. The room that I stage all my photographs for basically my main job now. And so it's just a lot of work to record a video. And I asked for Christmas for one of those things that holds your phone on the dashboard, or the glass, what's it called? Windshield. And so I'm sitting at the grocery store right now because the baby is falling asleep, and letting him take a nap. Poor little head's forward. I should have known that if I take any trip anywhere around noon, he will be out. He was asleep before I even got to my first destination, which isn't really ideal because that means instead of me getting anything done at home, I'm stuck in a car, and the only thing left to do is serve my phone and tweeze my chin, which I've done. I didn't serve my phone, I just tweezed my chin. Okay, so updates with intuitive eating. We stopped doing the podcast basically because it just felt like work. We weren't making any money or getting much feedback from it, so we just decided to be done with it. It was fun while it lasted. Haven't really decided if we're finished doing it or not. We are still intuitive eating. I feel like I've hit sort of a plateau with my weight hasn't really gone up. It's been the same. Actually, I think I've lost weight because my pants are fitting me a lot better than they normally do. Last time I wore these pants, and the funny thing is these pants do not have a size in them. I don't know if the person who had them before me just cut it out, but I don't know why. I just decided to try them on and went, oh, these fit really good. But they have a waistband. They're like, it's so weird. They're pull-on jeans. Like, they don't have a zipper or anything. And the waistband used to dig in a weird area where I would either have to pull it below my belly or pull it up above my belly, and then it would like make my bottom of my leg show weird. But now they're fine, and it's like right in the middle and it doesn't hurt. So I think I've lost a little bit of weight, which is weird. Not trying to lose weight, not doing any exercise is weird. Like, I used to try so hard to lose weight and I couldn't do it, and now when I'm not even trying to do it, I have noticed that I don't want to say I'm getting picky. I mean, I guess I am. Like, for example, my husband bought me, he did a really good job with Christmas this year. That is an interesting outfit. Lady's wearing what looks like a pantsuit, but it's sweatpants with bleach all over them, and her shirt matches. It was just weird. That's mean. I shouldn't talk about what anybody else looks like. 2020, you're not supposed to talk about what other people look like. Well, as far as their physical appearance, not their clothes. Okay, so anyways, hubby got me 3 different kinds of candy in my stocking, and he knows I like the good stuff, being like Godiva or C's or something that's a little bit pricier, I guess. I don't like it just because it's pricier. I like it because it tastes better. And he got me some, it wasn't C's, it was Russell Stover's dark chocolate. And it's okay. Like, the first one I had was not good, so then I was like, here, you want it? And I gave him the rest. Got sick from my family. My husband's family. We went over there for Christmas. There's only like 6 of us, and I got sick. And pretty sure it's not COVID. All I have is a cough and a running nose. That lady is wearing her mask so high she can barely see. Like, pull it down. It's cutting into her eyes. Bless her heart. She's old though. You would think that she would. I mean, literally, it's like right underneath her eyelash. Okay. ADD. What was the other kind? The other kind was a Godiva, like, truffle kind of. No, it wasn't. Oh, okay. Crispy, like, you know those, what are they called? Ferrero Rocher or whatever those are. It was like Godiva's version of those, and they're like crispy, Rice Krispie crunchy. I just didn't like it. And there was 2 different kinds in the thing, and I only tried one, so I need to go back and try the other one to see. I'm just not a. Whoa. Really close to me. I'm just not a fan of that. And then the third kind was. Oh, what was it? Can't remember. Oh, ooh, I'm excited about it. I haven't even opened it because I'm like savoring it for I don't know what. It's the it's a Dove. What is it? They're the little squares. They're like perfectly, I don't know, like an inch by an inch or something. And there's like, oh, I can't remember the brand. There's a mint filled chocolate, a caramel filled chocolate. Oh, it's Ghirardelli. Pretty sure it's Ghirardelli. And then can't remember what the third flavor is, but those kind are really yummy. And so, like, there's just this weird thing of, whereas before eating intuitively, I would have been like, oh, yummy sweets, chocolate, and just ate it. But now I'm like, it's just like, if I don't love it, I don't want to waste the calories on it. But it's not even like a wasting the calorie mentality. It's, I don't want it in my mouth if it doesn't taste good. Like, for example, I used to love grilled cheese sandwiches from Sonic. When I was pregnant with my middle son, I gained a lot of weight because I just craved that. The grilled cheese sandwich, and I would think I would get their onion rings, and then I would get milk because I felt like I was pregnant and I needed the calcium. Which now, being married to a chef, and my husband has shown me how to cook a really good grilled cheese sandwich. And y'all, I have tried all different kinds of bread. I've tried all different kinds of cheeses. And like, my favorite is this artisan bread. It's actually, I think it's called Artisano. Artesano. And I want to say it's Sara Lee. I don't know. Aldi has a brand. Aldi grocery store has their own brand, and it's just as good. It's like a potato bread kind of, I think. Oh no, it's so good. And American cheese, and I used to like snub my nose at American cheese and be like, it's not even real cheese, but it is, and it's delicious. And you have to put 2 pieces of cheese in and an extreme amount of butter. And you have to cook it in a cast iron skillet. And I'm telling you, y'all, it's so good. And it's so funny because one time I was making my husband one, and he was gonna like micromanage me and be like, what? And then he goes, I forgot. She's perfected the grilled cheese. I'm not gonna micromanage her. And then I gave it to him, and he goes, man, you're good at this. These are really good. I've literally had a grilled cheese sandwich, I would say like 4 out of 7 days for the last few months. I just can't get enough of them. It's so weird. And that's all I eat, like just a grilled cheese sandwich at lunch. Like, no chips, no nothing. Sometimes I'll eat a couple pieces of, like the other day I had some grapes and stuff like that. But it's just that satisfies me, and I'm done. I don't need anything, and I don't snack because I just don't like, I don't know, like it's snacking. It's so weird with this whole intuitive eating thing. When you can eat whatever you want, it's like you just don't like, I don't know. There's something about like sitting around going, I want this, I want that, when you can't have it, because it's almost like you know you're not going to get it. But when you can have it, it changes things because it really makes you go, do I really want that? If that makes sense. No, so like in the last few months that I have not made a video, I have gotten to a point where I'm still uncomfortable with the way that I look. Like, I'm not used to being this size, really. Or more so, I'm uncomfortable with seeing people that I haven't seen in a long time. And I have only seen a handful of people in this whole year of the year of quarantine, I guess we could call it. I saw one coworker from my old job because she was giving me some clothes to sell, and I couldn't help it. I flat out texted her and said, hey, just so you know, I've gained a lot of weight. I just want you to give you a heads up. And I know that's weird. I said something else. I can't remember exactly what. But one of the only reasons why I said it was because when I was pregnant and she was giving me clothes, one of the first things she said was, oh, you're a lot smaller than you look like on Facebook. Like, talking about my pregnant belly. And I was just like, what is that even? And was like, okay, I don't know. I mean, I know she was talking about my pregnant belly, but it still kind of just rubbed me the wrong way. So I felt like she was going to be judgy, and she was like a vegan or vegetarian. And so I just kind of felt like, I needed to throw that out there. And of course, she was super sweet and said, you know, I care about you as a person, not about your size. And I even said the same thing to my ex's wife, my boy's stepmom. So my middle son got married, and was it the rehearsal? No, they didn't have a rehearsal because the wedding was so small. I mean, literally like 8 people all together. What was it? There was some event before. Oh, his now wife's birthday. We all got together. Again, like 8 people, super small because of the whole quarantine thing. And I hadn't seen them in over a year since my other son's wedding, which is funny. And I just felt like I had to say it because, I mean, I've gained like, I don't know, I don't even know what I weigh, but I know that I've gone up, you know, considerable, I think like 5 sizes. And it's just one of those things where I don't want to see people's jaws drop, or I don't know, it's uncomfortable. But I feel good the way I am. I mean, you know, there's a few little like things about like, you know, it's uncomfortable, like maybe carrying the baby up the stairs, or I now can't really do yoga, which I was a yoga teacher before this quarantine, and if I could take it back and go back to the beginning of quarantine, I would try to make myself do yoga every week, because I can't even sit in my favorite, easiest pose. I can't even sit like this. Today I tried it. I was meditating this morning, which I hardly ever do, and I need to get back to that too. And it literally, no joke, I was sitting on a meditation pillow, and I had to put like 4 pillows under my left leg and 1 pillow under my right, just to sit comfortably. And then I could only sit like that for like 3 or 4 minutes, and I had to take the pillows out and straighten my legs. So there's this weird, like, I don't want to say unhappiness, but like this weird I don't know what to call it. I'm just like, I'm content with where I am. Like, I'm okay not ever going back to teaching yoga, which sucks because I spent thousands of dollars on being certified. But at the same time, part of the reason why I became a yoga teacher was because I saw how yoga made me feel, and I wanted it to stay in my life. And that's why I became a teacher. Well, with the quarantine, and the Y could only offer me 1 hour a week, and that's not worth my time. It takes 35 minutes to drive there and back, so it's just not worth it. Plus the daycare, there's all these issues, and so I haven't gone back to teaching, and now I can't. Like, I just physically won't be able to teach. I mean, I could always just teach it and not actually do it, but my students know me for someone that did it while teaching. And also, you know, I do want the benefit for me, so that's going to be a work in progress of trying to see if I can get back. I do still have some of my flexibility. I just don't have, I guess maybe I would say, the strength. Like, my knees are definitely issues. I'm finding that's one thing I really don't like. My husband and I have both, when we get down on the floor, like to play with the baby, or, you know, for me, I'm like cleaning or something, and it's a lot harder to get up, and that is something that is just not easy to live with. We've both talked about that we want to incorporate like walking or some other form of physical activity, just to get our joints, you know, more lubricated, and maybe just to make life a little easier. Like, we would like to say lose weight, but at the same time, we both just want ease of movement, if that makes sense. And we're not going to be like consumed with, you know, what size we wear or how much we weigh. Although for him, you know, I'm not going to speak for him completely, but he does really want to lose weight. And that's one of the reasons why we stopped doing the podcast, is because he doesn't know how intuitive eating falls into that. But he was basically, I guess, what you call infinifat before we started this, and so then we gained weight, and he's been in a larger body since he was like 12, so he doesn't really know any different, but he notices, you know, the 100 or so pounds that we both have gained does definitely make life different. I mean, just as far as like even fitting in a car, which is embarrassing because you think, oh, you know, I have all this space, but like the seatbelt digs into my hip, and the steering wheel, and it's so funny because his car is smaller, but he fits into his car better than he does into this one. And there's just all these little like issues that come up with weight gain, and a lot of it, when you realize the world is designed for small bodied people, and so you kind of like just have these issues. Like, we went to the chiropractor a while back, and every single chair in the chiropractor's office, like in his office, in the waiting room, they all have like arms that are like digging in, and it's embarrassing when you go to get up and you're like, oh, I hope the chair doesn't stay on me, kind of thing. And also, it just doesn't feel good. So but I do really, we really enjoyed our Christmas. We were so excited about being able to make like cookies. We made 3 different kinds of cookies, and you know what's funny? We still have I think there's 2 left in the cookie jar, and I think today is like the 30th. And we gave a lot away too. We didn't just eat them all ourselves. But we like really enjoyed, we had stuffing and mashed potatoes, and there was just something about like really enjoying, like, that's some of the best parts of the holiday. There's 2 little old ladies that are like probably in their 80s, and they're twins, and they're matching. So cute. But it was such a good holiday because we really got to enjoy it. And that's so funny because I was very excited about stuffing. My husband was like, we're having a ham, there's nothing to stuff. I'm like, I don't care. I want stuffing. I mean, I've dieted for how long, and I would have either a teeny tiny portion of stuffing or none. And so he was very sweet. He made homemade stuffing, and oh my god, y'all, that was way better than stovetop. But there's something like, even just the baby, he's almost 2 in February, and I got him those little like candy cane things. They're like clear plastic with a little red top for their stocking, and it was filled with Hershey Kisses. Well, he's decided that he really likes Hershey Kisses. And this morning, it was so funny, like he kept thinking like I was gonna say no, that he couldn't have them, and he would grab one and then run off with it, and then I would try to open it for him and he would throw it like he was afraid I was gonna take it away. And I thought, I wonder where he's getting that from, because I literally never take, if he ever wants junk food. There was one time he wanted ice cream at 7:30 in the morning, and I was just like, babe, let's let's have some cereal or something. And he was fine. Like, he just I noticed that with letting him eat whatever he wants to eat, that it takes just like with us, it takes the draw away, and like you're just like, okay. It's funny though, his favorite thing right now is Pringles. He would eat a whole can if I let him, probably. I've never tried, because I want him to have more snacks multiple days, but he loves grapes, Pringles, and bananas, y'all. Those are his favorite things. The other day I tried to get him to eat cereal, toast, all this stuff. He had like 2.5 bananas for a meal. It's so funny. Today I gave him a piece of toast, and he goes, oh, like he didn't want it. And it was a good kind of toast, y'all. I was kind of bummed because I ate the heel, and he had one slice, a good slice left, the last slice left, and then he went and grabbed the pepper shaker and put pepper all over it, and then was like, like, yeah, it doesn't taste good when you put pepper on it. He still ate it though. So I guess that's all. Sorry y'all, it's taking me so long to update. There's been multiple reasons feeling insecure. I just don't want to wear makeup. Like, I literally used to be one of those people that would not go anywhere without makeup on. Even when I was teaching only yoga on a Saturday, I was still like pencil on my brows and put mascara on and a little bit of eyeshadow and maybe a little under eye concealer. And now I'm just like, no. Like, I have rosacea so bad. I feel like that's gotten a little bit worse. And the last time I went to go get cover up from Ulta, you can't like test it out like you used to be able to do because of the whole COVID thing. And so like the color I got is too orange, and now it makes me insecure. I don't want to walk around with an orange face on. I don't want to look like Trump. Which, hello Biden, I'm so excited. What else? My in-laws for Christmas, they're all like doing keto, and I was like, really? We did keto for 4 years. Why couldn't they do it then when we were on keto? Excuse me. So what do we bring? It was so weird. They had burgers for Christmas. I guess just because they were cheap. I don't know. It was so weird. And my husband brought baked beans because we just got a shit ton of beans for free. And he made them a Splenda kind or stevia. And then we had regular ones for us, which I didn't even try until later because just that day was a mess. My nose is red. I don't know. There's just been so much going on that like I just have no desire to I don't want to say like work on my appearance, but that's what it feels like. You know, like it feels like working out is like, oh, I'm just doing this to please other people and what they think of me, which I know there's more to it than that. It's, you know, oh, you can live longer and healthier life and blah blah blah. And my husband is just literally the sweetest thing. Every time I like feel a little like frumpy or down on myself, he says, I just love everything about you. And he'll look at me and say, thank you for choosing to grow old with me. And he just thinks everything about me is great. He loves my curves. He loves how big my boobs have gotten. By the way, y'all, I mean, they're so heavy, and I hate wearing a bra now. After being at home with COVID, not having COVID, but, you know, being at home with quarantine, whatever, I just don't wear a bra. Never, ever. And then when I have to put one on, it's like an awful contraption that I can't wait to get off as soon as I get in the house. And actually, this one I have on right now actually fits, and it's comfortable, and it doesn't hurt, and it is literally the biggest bra I've ever had. It's the only one I can find on Poshmark. But I've even gone as far as not shaving my legs, and that was more so because it's painful, like for whatever reason. The way I have to turn my leg to shave the side, it really hurts, and so I just stopped. Plus I'm like, it's winter, although it's like 64 degrees here right now. And I thought my husband was gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. Nothing. He goes, well, I mean, I said something like, hey, you know, I'm kind of enjoying this not shaving thing. And he goes, it's kind of hot. I was like, what? He said, yeah, it's kind of like, wow, woman. Okay. I thought that was funny. Making my life easier. I actually wore a skirt out in public the other day too. Like, not a floor length skirt. My hairy ass legs, and I didn't even realize it until later. I was like, oh, well, in the grand scheme of things, if someone's gonna look at your legs that closely, what are they gonna say? Like, you know what I mean? Like a complete stranger, they're just not gonna, people aren't gonna comment on that, and if they do, it's their problem. I don't know though. I guess it's just hard getting comfortable with like who I am inside behind closed doors and who I am outside, and people that might judge me or see me, you know what I mean? Like there's just this huge disconnect with, like, I am content with me as a human being, but I'm not content with what others are possibly going to say to me. And really, I haven't. I mean, my mom mentioned one time when we did a FaceTime, we hadn't seen each other in a really long time. And I still haven't seen her since then. And she made the comment that I looked like my other sister who was morbidly obese for years. I hate that word, but because I mean, technically I am too now. Benefat, I think is the name. I can't remember. And you know, it is what it is. It kind of hurt my feelings, but at the same time, I'm like, is it that bad that I look like her? I mean, it's just like, you get over it, you know, you move on, and my husband loves me the way I am, and I'm content with being a good mom and being sweet to my son. I have a lot more time when I don't have to put makeup on and shave my legs and wash my hair. Dry shampoo is a shit, y'all. It's just, it makes life so much easier. I have so much more time to do all the fun things and spend more time doing crafts. And my husband got me a Cricut for Christmas. I'm excited. I guess I should probably go. It's been 30 minutes. This child has slept for an hour. I mean, he will take 3 and 4 hour naps. I'm still kind of bummed that he's taking his nap now, not at home, but we'll survive. Alrighty. Sorry it's taking me so long to update y'all. Bye.